Hello everyone. So today I'm gonna review with you some advances we did with John. So last week we've met in Mallorca and we had like 2 days of workshop about the Phinisi, and it was a great opportunity to see the last advances in the shipyard. Also getting an update of the 3D scan. So this have been sent by David, and it is a great help to really get aware of any height, in the boat. Let me. As you can see, we don't have like pure precision. I mean, if you look closely, you can see we have a lack of details. But that being said, it's a great reference to get aware of the position of each asset. So, for example, even if I don't have great resolution, you can see we can clearly see where all the beams are, and I have the measurement from the plant. And also we can see like the distance between each planks and the real height and measurement of everything. So this is a great help as a reference. And the good news, it's like it is very close to my plan. So if we compare, for example, with my hull plans, you can see the volume fits just perfectly inside it. And my deck, the height of my decks, it's everything it's matching quite well. So here you can see it's overlay, because in the reality this deck should be slightly curved, as you can see. For example, if we look at the well, on that view maybe you don't see it, but here we have like a slight curve. So it's helped me to adjust a lot of things, like one main major difference I found between the scan and my mesh, which implicates the most change, it's the height of the portholes. So in my first drawing, it was this height, but in the reality, we can clearly see where they will be, because if we check at the hull, for example, those beams, are like really structural, and the porthole will be between these both, So, for example, here it helped me a lot to get the real final position of the portholes. Then, if we go to the lower deck, you can see my beams, they are matching the right position, and everything is matching pretty well. For example, here. Let me put more perspective. If we remove this door, in this wall, we can still see these beams, which correspond to the entry of my guest cabin. All right, and same for the floor. We are in the good track, I think, for the boat. So. After checking this file really well and review it, also I realized, depending of the tolerance and precision we want to be with the 3D, I was thinking, wow, maybe I need to redraw everything, because for example, my plank are already down, and to, for example, make this small modification, it implicates redrawing the hull, for example. So little things like that, but I think it's not a big deal. So I have been looking, because I was thinking maybe the best way is to redraw everything, but we're gonna spend 1 month to redraw, and at the end the result will be super similar to this. So because now we need to focus kind of the interior, my workflow have been like that. I will work by specific parts. So, for example, here I took. Let me open this. Yeah. I took my 3D scan, which is exactly at the right measurement, and I will start by area, let's say. So for example, this area, it is guest cabin number 1. So I know in that volume I need to fix the cabin number 1, guest cabin, and I have here you can clearly see the slight curve on the deck. You can see the position for the tanks, the floor. So a part of this, what I did is to draw the cabin full in 3D. So this is my volume of the cabin. And this will be much more easier, for example, to me to work because, for example, the portholes, I could lower them down and modify only that part, and I know everything is matching well. And then I create some camera, and here I'm starting the render process. So I'm going to show you just the kind of workflow, let's say. It's very work in progress. Okay, I started this scene yesterday. This I can remove. It was a try to make some mirrors. I'm gonna switch up the opacity. Okay, so the material now are still messed up and everything, but it's a good starting point here. For example, it's a LED light I'm putting. And I can have a great feedback over the mood, the color and trim, and the real lighting on each shower. So for example, here I've made an attempt. I'm gonna show you what I want to do. It's not to make it full wood, I don't want to look it too much pier at boat and bringing a lot of light and comfort in that area. So for example, if you can see, if we add some carpet and fabric, like could be, let me remove this. If we move fabric, for example, here on the top, above those beams, already for me, it's, let the machine loading, yeah, here. So imagine we could have like soft panel on the roof, and already we can see how much it affects the environment, no? This was an attempt to make some mirror. Let me remove it. And yeah, this proportion and 3D and volume, I know that it matching perfectly this base that I had, So I'm working on this layer, which is like kind of raw and dirty, and on top, I am drawing more a clean 3D with a proper material and the light where it should be, with the right position of the porthole. So I think this will help me to go faster because I don't have to redraw all the boat, for example, at this point, and I can go by section and work one cabin. So my proposal will be, okay, let's focus on this guest cabin. As soon as we quite happy with the result and we have a plan, we can move and make another section of the boat based on the 3D scan. So that way we ensure we are working with a real dimension, and we can go closing the design of each area. Okay, so I will call you John, and because I have few questions regarding this area and this wall, because we are talking about creating some doors to ensure the to control everywhere in the hull to prevent any infiltration or problems. You told me that it was good to make as much opening here. So yeah, I want to have a quick chat with you and see. Maybe get some inputs from you. So this way of working by section from this scan, I think it will be the most efficient for me to get the interior design more clear, area by area. Okay, so this is kind of the plan for next month for me, and then I would like to show you more advances we've done. So there is few points. Let me open this. Okay, let's remove the plan. Let's remove the scan for now. All right, so first we could talk about the annex boats. So the annex, we will have two. John, you gave me the reference, and we've based on the blueprint to, at the moment, drawing really roughly. You know, with John, we have been drawing everything roughly because we were talking so much things, and you know, I hadn't time to spend like 1 day to model this more properly, but we can see the proportion and the height and the width are correct. So the biggest one, which I think it was 7 meters or 8. Let me check now. Uh, 6.3 meters. And this could be attached by crank on the back of the hull, so you can extend it and then lower it until the water. This one, it's slightly smaller, and we can fit in 2 different positions. So on the upper deck, in this case, we will use this mast as a crank, so you can fix it, rotate the mast over the water, and then put it down. And another easy place for him could be here on the main deck. So here we could have a manual crank in order to put it in the water or not. So this will be for the diggy position. Then we have been talking about the living area. And the living area, we've ended up with, I think, quite a good distribution for the space we have. We will give it some more rounds to make sure it's the best. Maybe comparing with other possibility, but like you remember here we have the. I'm sorry, like the graphic is not the best, but I hope you can understand where we are. So here it's the kitchen area, and when you go up, you access to the media room. So it could be a sofa with a nice TV on one of the walls, maybe this one or this one. And we choose to make the media room here because you will have less light, you know, it will be a little bit more cozy space. Then just right at the center, we have a table that you can fit 10 to 12 people. So yeah, maybe I need to adjust the lens, but here I have super wide chairs. But yeah, basically here at the center, the dining area. Then around the mast, here, you know, we have the access to the cabin, and we were thinking maybe around the mast we can create this kind of furniture, making the round shape to fit the bar at the center. And we like this position because here we still kind of have a dead space because of the stairs. So it extends the bar, and at the same time it's covering this dead space, making it like a table that could make it look like a much bigger bar, you know, and also covering this hole that we have. Here also we could use the space to storage, as well as always as this area. Then we will have another living area here with salon. Maybe here we can fit an armchair somewhere. You know, and this extended little less, and with 1 or 2 small tables. So this could be a living area, really with all the windows surrounded and the access here. And this space we would like to open as much as possible with sliding doors that could slide just at the center of the boat under the stairs. And in that way, it could let us, it could create kind of an hybrid space. You know, the idea will be to unify all this area, so it make it look like once only. So also we've extended a bit more this part, so it will give more shadows on this exterior saloon area, which will be all this bench, and it's kind of connecting with the entry. Here we will have the a large dining area, and we had the idea to make a glass on top, so it will create a natural light in the corridor at the in just under in the corridor of the guest cabins. So this I think will be also a great tricks, much better than putting slightly in the floor for intimity reason. Here I think it's working much better. What else? Yes, here John suggested, and I really like this point of this place to drive the boat, to make an additional exterior captain room, let's say navigation room at the exterior in the sun deck. So we could have a little bimini, that could fit 2 people. And we will need the exterior navigation system and another steering wheel. This could be really greatly integrated because we have height enough in the master cabin, and this space is just above the dressing area. So we could just make the dressing a little bit less higher, and in that way, it's helped to integrate much more the captain. Otherwise we will need to get this position, and on this one, it's really more slick with the line of the boat. So this is for the captain room. Other few adjusts we did, this will implicate me to kind of redraw the hull, but it's not an issue because I saved some backups. But like more little detail, like this curve as it should be. Also this curve that John felt it was a little bit too straight, and so I need to adapt this line. But adapting this line, I need also to adapt this line, and so on. So I did not do that yet, and more I think the next week I will focus to get clear and clean images area by area. I think this will be the most efficient because obviously I can redraw all this now, but you barely see the difference, and I can be 1 week on this. That's why. That being said, here we will have sunbeds. Flat sunbeds, lower to doesn't be a trouble for the captain, so it must be lower. Here the scale, we want to reduce the impact, the footprint need on the main floor, because it implicates it will change the circulation and the flow over each surface. So basically, before I had like this kind of lens, and we try to reduce as much as possible. Here, for example, with the bar, you can see how much we've been extended this area to create more shadows. Another things we have been changing is at the bow of the boat. So I got some reference for John's of the specific anchor system that we're gonna use, and the place need and its position. So it's slightly different that I have been drawing in the last months. And basically the plan will be to make something like this. So here it's like it will be the anchor inside, and we will have a lid somewhere here so you can open access to the anchor easily. And all this will be covered by sunbeds and the sofa area. So you can lay down here, you can lay down here, and here you could have like another sofa at the bow of the yacht. And an additional input John gave me, and I think it would be great if we could implement this, if to create some nets just at the bow, because it could literally be the most magic place now, because imagine you're laying down here with the view over, maybe you are maybe in 3 or 4 meters of height, and you can be sailing, and you know, it's like the catamaran, the net of the catamaran. So it also could become a kind of a sunbed, you know. So this is something also will implicate me to make it to review a bit the proportion and everything, but yeah, also on my to-do list. So yeah, I don't want to make the video too long. Here also we can see the entry. So what will be the entry? We will have a sliding door like this to ensure the étanchéité, well, to ensure the water not go inside. And here it will be a nice place to save life jackets, textiles, maybe additional element for the bar or little fridge. It will be good to have a nice storage there. So we will use this door sliding system to also fit storage there, and portholes that you can open to ensure a great air flowing inside the lower deck. Right. Then we've been working. This is maybe the most trickiest part of the boat. How this we're gonna fold? We want to attach to this floating platform, so it can convert it as a beach. And if you have your annex, you can go from this platform to your annex, or also entering your boat the most easiest way. So this will be kaiboti, you know, to ensure you don't swipe. And you could even integrate some little stairs on top. So we are thinking a lot of the white, if we need one or maybe two at the extremity, because it could also serve as a ramp for putting the annex in the water. So yeah, we are developing this also, and I will get back to you soon with more detailed drawing. Right. Also, we've got feedback for the meter squares we needed. So it must be 6 meter squares for the gouvernail. Maybe I don't tell you. Gouvernail is French, so I don't know how you call this. Yeah, so we've been extending it. We also been placing the mast position exactly as reference given, which I'm searching now, but yeah. Well, you see, this is this is a reference for the bow area. Then I had like the reference for the mast. We had to rotate it a little bit, so we've been placing it the right position. But again, the mast and the sails, I think for my side, I will keep it for the last, because it's not really affecting the distribution and design at this point. So yeah, also another thing that we could implement, we want to create an access. So here we have 1 meter of white. So even without the stairs, the crew will access easily. But if you want to bring the guests there for some reason, maybe a cinema or a sunbed, something like this, we were thinking that could be nice to create this kind of system. So let me remember how. Again, everything is rough. Huh? I'm sorry, it's like kind of draft. But yeah, wait. So. Yeah. So yeah, but basically you have a metal structure with a L shape, you know, and then you have a sliding element on this. You have a sliding element. Then you have a top. There, let me remove this. Yeah, you can slide until this top, like that, and then that means you can start to rotate it, you know, and you can just all fit this into the wall when you don't use it. So even here would be nice to have and more easy access to that area, but also even here we were thinking would be really nice to be able to access this deck from this side via 2 or 3 steps, you know. So maybe if we make like a smaller step, like maybe 45 of width, which would be much more than enough, we have enough space to connect this deck and also this deck, you know. We could have a double stairs. So that way we don't have to make all the round, you know, to access this this area. Yeah, most probably I'm forgetting some of the points we have been passing through with John. As you can see, well, it's not a step back because we've been a lot of new inputs, but yeah, all those inputs implicate like many adjusts from kind of everywhere. And you know, the more advanced you are with the 3D, the more time consuming can be one change because everything is kind of connected, you know. So that's why I'm thinking that working area by area like that at this point will be the best for us. If you have any more questions, feedbacks, comments regarding this stage of the project, please let me know. And otherwise, this week I'm gonna work nicely on this area. So the first guest cabin plus the bathroom, and we will review this together. Thank you for your attention, and let's talk very soon. Bye bye. Thank you.